Back now on Triad Today, one of my favorite topics is talking about volunteers in general, and in this time specifically to a great organization. And we welcome back a guest who's been with us before, Heidi College's Manager of Volunteer Services for Mountain Valley Hospice and Palliative Care. And Heidi brought a very, very special guest, Kathy Branch, who is a hospice volunteer herself, and we welcome both of you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Heidi, I'm going to start with you, and I know this is an easy one for you to answer because you live it and breathe it. How important are volunteers?
They are so important to our agency. Medicare requires it, and they are crucial to our patients and families. They give so much to our patients. They love them, create support,
really get to know them. I mean, it is good for family. I mean, I've been through this with my parents, and the volunteers are very important. And you don't have to give me a whole laundry list, but give folks at home an idea of a couple of the types of things that hospice volunteers can do.
Well, they go out and see the patients. They offer companionship. They can sit and read with them, watch TV with them, just be there to create a presence. They can offer respite for the caregivers so they can go out and grocery shop, go out and mow the grass, or they can...
Are there things they can do in and around the community or for you or for the organization? Maybe if somebody else is helping a patient or their family and this volunteer wants to do something else, is there other things they can do too?
Oh, yes, they can, they can do events for us, help us with events.
I'll try the fundraising events, things like that.
The Porta Pit.
Kathy, let me go to you for a second. Now, what brought you to want to volunteer at Mountain Valley Hospice? Anything in particular?
Well, so I've had several family members and friends that have received hospice care, and every time that I was in that situation, it just made me want to be involved and help other people who are going through that season in life too.
Now, what kind of things do you do as a hospice volunteer?
Well, I do visit with patients in home, and I also have patients in a nursing facility that I visit on a weekly basis. And then I also help with events like the Kids Path Grief Camp that we had for kids.
Right.
And doing tuck-in calls to make sure families have what they need for the weekend. I also do some administrative duties like helping with mailings.
Right.
So just anything that you would like to do, there's really opportunities in a lot of areas.
And if somebody said, hey, I'd like to volunteer, but I only have a few hours a week, that's okay too, right?
That's the beautiful thing about it. You can set your own schedule. So you can spend as much time or little, and if you have other things you need to do in a particular week, you're flexible to make your own hours.
Why is this so gratifying to you to be a volunteer? You said you've had personal experiences. I have, and we've seen it from another angle, but why is it gratifying to you once you became a volunteer?
To me, it is about the gift of time. When families allow me to spend time with their loved ones, it's so precious to me because, like you said, you get to know the patients. You might get to learn about their childhoods, their families, their careers, things they like. Other times, if somebody's really not up to a visit, it's just being there and seeing that smile when they wake up and know that they're not by themselves.
Right.
And at the same time, I love giving the gift of time to the caregivers, so that they have a little break and know that if anything comes up, I'll reach out to them so they don't have to worry about anything while they're gone.
And it's such a stressful time for the families and for the patient. And you're right. I mean, the caregivers, let's say a mom or somebody is in care, and the dad or the sister or the daughters or sons, they're doing all these things and they need a break once in a while. And I just think what you're doing is great. Now, I'm going to put up some information in just a second, the website, but before we wrap up, is it easy to volunteer, or do you have to fill out an application or be qualified, or what?
Yes, there's an application online, mountainvalleyhospice.org, mtnvalleyhospice.org.
Right.
Just go on, I want to volunteer, and then submit your application, and then we'll contact you.
They'll get in touch with you. That's so you stole my thunder there. We're going to make sure people see it, mtnvalleyhospice.org. Also, I want to make sure people know they can call you, 888-789-2922. And I just appreciate all that both of you do. And Kathy, thanks for being a volunteer.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
My mother passed away on a Monday night. My dad and I were with her. What would have been a dreadful experience at home was a blessing at the Wiltz Hospice Home in Dobson. Mama was safe and comfortable. so were we. We were even able to bring our dog Gracie for a visit. From their in-home care to their hospice homes to helping us after she was gone. The people at Mountain Valley Hospice made us better people and became family.